Here with our guest, Abdi Mohamed, Managing Director, Absa Kenya. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to be here, Caro.
Yes, we are here. By the way, we are live at the Muthaiga Golf Club. It is the magical Kenya Open. Absa, one of the key sponsors. Thank you very much for supporting golf. How has it been this last couple of days? Let's talk about golf first.
Yeah, I think the magical Kenya Open is always magical, always, very inspirational. It's a great sporting event. It puts Kenya on the global map of sports. And we get audiences from around the world during magical Kenya Open. We have pros from many different countries. But for me, most importantly, we have Kenyan pros who participate, and we have a lot of young people who get inspired by the sport. And so, yeah, we are here once again, the 14th one in a row that Absa is sponsoring. And it's one that we are very proud of because we continue to see the event grow in stature and become bigger and bigger as we move along.
And I know you are major sponsors, but you're also sponsoring the Junior Golf Challenge, where you're actually giving the juniors 50k cash
to go beat their parents.
To go beat their fathers.
In fact, they are beating the pros.
Yes.
In fact, the whole thing is called Beat the Pro.
Beat the Pro,
And it's a closest to the pin challenge.
Okay.
And 3 young people
I've already beaten
the pros.
Oh, fantastic.
And we just gave them the awards. It's amazing. One of them almost had a hole in one. So we have young talent that is getting inspired to greatness. And for us, when we think about the tournaments of the future, these young people will be winning the tournament. I truly believe that.
Actually, we interviewed the president of the Junior Golf Foundation earlier, Regina, and she said there's a girl, a 12-year-old girl. She didn't beat the pro, but she did get on the green and did really well. And she told me this girl will play in LPGA in her lifetime and take that to the bank.
Absolutely.
No pun intended.
Absolutely.
So it's all about grooming the next generation.
Take that to Absa.
Take that to Absa. Not any bank.
and so you guys are spending more time concentrating on building the young than working with the established.
It's both. It's both. So when you get these pros from all over the world, and people who have played in tournaments that are even bigger than this, and they come here, it creates the inspiration that you need. So we have Kenyan pros who have done well in the past, but I think the generation that is coming up is going to surprise us all.
Are you ever thinking of supporting international tournaments coming here that are for juniors? Is there a possibility of supporting those kind of tournaments?
I think we are always improving the tournament. This Beat the Pro is a new one. It's a new feature. We are always improving it. And if there is an opportunity, especially anything that helps the young people, I think it's something that we should definitely focus on.
Are you a golfer yourself?
I don't know whether I can describe myself as a golfer.
I'm becoming like Kieni.
I'm a beginning golfer. And I'm training and,
I hear it is addictive. I hear it is so addictive once you start.
No, I like it. It's good.
It's very enjoyable. Good exercise, by the way.
Quite enjoyable. Good company. You have some good days, some good shots. You have shots that surprise even you in the direction that they go. But that's where I am.
Can I ask, are we talking about putting priority in terms of representing the continent? Are we saying Africa to the world, Kenya to the world, or where does the priority lie?
There is that component. So the event is actually part of the global tour, and when it's happening, the golfing world, the eyes are now on Kenya for the next 2 days. It creates viewership on a level that very few tournaments provide. So there is an element of Kenya to the world, but there is also an element of people coming in, not just the professionals who come, but all their support staff, the media people, spectators who travel in to watch, and everybody else. So it creates a very big ecosystem for small businesses as well. And many of them are here today. People who are getting the opportunity to be part of this global event. So that's part of what we are trying to do here.
And it is an event, not just a sport tournament.
Absolutely.
It's an event.
Absolutely.
Because they get to see Kenya,
Indeed.
Which is fantastic.
Indeed.
Now, I know for a fact that Absa is heavily involved generally in sport.
Yeah.
I remember, thanks to Absa, before your name changed from Barclays to Absa, I got to meet Robert Perez.
Yes, you did.
You guys actually hired me to MC and
God is watching you.
Yes, right. I'm
boasting. Humility is a virtue, Carol, that you don't have.
A humble Luo is a pretender.
Humility is a virtue.
So you've been heavily involved in football as well.
Yes.
Particularly the Premier League for so many years.
Yes, we've done the English Premier League for many years, supported wonderful teams such as Arsenal Football Club.
A bit louder. Arsenal Football Club, the champions in waiting.
The best football club in the world.
Second is also a number. Remember that.
Yes.
He's the boss. He said the best football club in
which
the
is
world.
better than fast. But you work harder.
And also in Kenya, athletics is big. Brand Kenya doesn't exist without athletics. That's what we are known for in the world. And for us to support athletics, we sponsor the Kipkeino Classic, which is the biggest athletics event in Kenya.
Yes.
So athletics is another big one that we've been involved in.
Yeah.
And we believe that it has such inspirational value for the country.
That's why sport. Why sport as a pillar, as a key pillar of the group?
It's talent, developing talent. It's about inspiration. Sports unites the country. Sports creates a feeling of national pride, and we want our brand to be part of that. But at the same time, help and support development of talent, but also the sporting ecosystem. And for us, this is a big one because there is media, there is small businesses, there are event organizers, there is caterers and people like that. So whenever you have these big events, they also have that economic impact that supports communities. In the 4 days here, even caddies, people who support the professionals and others, there is a lot of financial impact on the community. And that's why we want to be part of sport.
Because I know during the Kipkeino Classic, you don't just sponsor the event, you actually sponsor a lot of the individual athletes as well.
Yes.
To help them in their preparation.
Yes, indeed, we do. What's the name of our 100-meter champion? We do Omanyala. We did some work with him. We did some work with the young guy who did the 800-meter. There's quite a number of them that we've so we've done a lot of work with individual athletes, but also providing that umbrella kind of sponsorship for the event,
so that it can happen.
And with this type of events, it's also about Absa not just being a sponsor, but also being a catalyst for many other stakeholders. And you will see that the government of Kenya is one of the big partners that we work with. But you've seen some of the names here, the large corporates that partner with us as we deliver this type of event.
So it's about supporting the creative economy in terms of
because what happens is the minute it becomes the Absa Kipkeino Classic, it gives other corporates the confidence to also put their efforts behind an event like that.
Indeed.
So I know there's the Kipkeino Classic. What else is in store for the year for Absa this year, 2025?
Well, there is this particular event. There is Sirikwa. There is the Kipkeino Classic that is coming up. There is a lot of other smaller events in different parts of the country that we look at.
That have an impact.
We've done previously done Dakaine, the marathon that happens there.
The marathon I keep saying I'll run.
So there's a lot of regional involvement.
Which actually had an environmental component as well in terms of protecting the ecosystem there. And so we are always open. We're always open. Charles and I received some visitors the other day from up north in Garissa. There is a chapter of the Athletics Kenya that is there as well.
Oh, in Garissa.
And they're trying to organize something. So, we look at what is available, what is coming up, and how we can participate.
I am excited for the year for Absa. I hope you are too. We need to let you go now and get back to relaxing and enjoying the golf.
You sound so reasonable.
Okay, one thing.
So reasonable, and
Right, he's an Arsenal fan.
You're too logical. You're too intelligent. What caused the Arsenal problem? How did that? What could have caused that? Where did the infection just fall off?
My friend, we have done the calculation over the next 3 matches. We have a path to victory,
which is called prayer.
Liverpool's losing to Man City
They lose
tomorrow.
to City. They
Newcastle.
draw Newcastle.
They have to face
and
Arsenal.
we beat them.
Welcome
That's
to God.
the path.
Welcome to God.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. On that note, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Abdi, Absa Kenya. It's been fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thanks a lot.